Today's talk is going to be about finding coherence in your mental, emotional, and physical bodies. Yes, we have more than just this one body. We actually have more than three, but I'm just going to talk about three. And this is actually, I'm writing a book. So this is the second chapter called the MEP method. And I discovered this method after I healed my body. And I didn't like the diagnosis that the doctors told me, that once you have one autoimmune disease, you will more than likely have 2 to 3 others. And that to me was not an option that I wanted to have. So I just said, you know what, we need to do something different. And I also wanted to just break out of the norm. To be on a lifelong drug was not something I wanted. Our mother, who was 90 years old, was on 16 different medications before she passed. And again, that was not a path I wanted to be on. So I wanted to bring awareness to autoimmune diseases because they are rising. And it is scary because it's even happening younger and younger. I had someone call me that their 13-year-old daughter was diagnosed with Hashimoto's. And I just shook my head thinking, oh my goodness, it's just creeping into society more and more. So I am a scientist. I have a master's degree in molecular biology, did cancer research for 10 and a half years, colon and cervical. And I was on 13 different publications, scientific publications. And I thought, you know what? I know how to do experiments. So why not take my wisdom, my knowledge and experience and see what I can figure out. So it took me 18 months of really researching it, going deep in. I tried everything. You name it, I've tried it. And I still today continue to bring, the research into my life because things are just evolving and changing like crazy. So my toolbox and the knowledge that I have is so big that I can really talk to a lot of clients and know which area we need to focus on because it's never one thing. Let's get that out of the way. One size fits all? Nope, not. I'm here to tell you that's not true. That's why there's so many different diets out there because it's not for everyone. And I truly believe that your greatest gift is to know thyself. And when you know yourself, oh my gosh, everything opens up. And unfortunately, I gave my power to the doctors for a good 10 years, well, 8 years. And I wanted to take that power back because I would go to the doctors every 6 months to get my blood work because I was a good patient. And they would tell me, oh, you're fine. Everything looks good. You're in the numbers, this is good. You're all normal. You're fine. And I would look at them and say, no, I'm not fine. I don't even want to get out of bed in the morning. I don't even want to go to my dream job anymore. I have brain fog. I can't even remember what I did 2 minutes ago. And the emotions going from, mediocre, feeling okay to rage, that was scary. And I thought, you know what? I need to take control and figure out what's going on. So a couple of things I'd like to mention was that it's never one thing that you do because I was exercising. I was doing that P90X with Tony Horton. I was eating healthy foods. I was doing the meditations. I was doing affirmations. I still felt terrible. I didn't have the energy that I have today. So I knew something was up with that. We are a very complex system, and the doctors want to just talk about this physical body, and we really need to go outwards and talk about the emotional and mental bodies as well. So another thing, being a scientist, I know that environment is everything. And the environment for a particular person is what you put in your body, food and water, what you put on your body, makeup, deodorant, lotions, and who you surround yourself with. And we've heard the old saying, the 5 people you hang around the most matters because everybody's energy. So what are you doing? You're absorbing that energy of other people. And even though I thought I was a happy person most days, I would go to work. By the time I got home, I was a different person. And unfortunately, I took it out of my family, yelling and projecting and just being in an anger state. So it wasn't a happy time for me. And I knew that this is not how I want to live the rest of my life. So know too that I believe most people are empathic. So when you go out in town or go to work or wherever, you can absorb other people's energies. And I teach you how to kind of disentangle from that and become your oneness again, which is a beautiful thing. And it takes practice. So I went to a Tony Robbins event, Unleash the Power Within, UPW. And he said, knowledge is power. And I thought, well, I'm full of knowledge. I've got a lot of information. I research all the time. I think he's wrong. I think knowledge is potential power. Because if you don't implement what you learned, what knowledge you've gained, it's just knowledge is nothing. So you really have to be aware of that simple point. And that can open up a lot, like Linda said, awareness. Because really, I believe awareness is when the transformation happens within. And Tony also said, suffering's a choice. And boy, did that trigger me. I was so angry. I said, no, it's not. I don't choose to be sick and diseased. I don't choose to be so blah all the time and angry and frustrated. But I took back some time and reflected. And I realized it's all perspective. So I can honestly say today, I love the fact that I experienced Hashi's, because that made this whole healing journey happen. And I became the woman today that I am, that I love. I love my body. I love my life. I have the energy of a 21-year-old again. I'm actually at my high school weight. So your body keeps score, and I am loving who I am right now. And I am always learning more and more things, because that's part of living, I believe. And just know too, it's not your fault. It's not your fault that you don't understand the systems and the confusions out there, because it took me as a scientist 18 months to figure out how to heal my body. So just know that you need to just know now, here and now, with all of this delicious talk and transformational information here, that you can actually change your life. It's your responsibility now. So just be open to come from a curiosity mindset, because when you ask the right questions, you change your perspective. You change your perspective on your belief systems, your identity, your disease, and all the different labels that the doctors and other people classify you with. Menopause is a beautiful journey. It really can be. And I'm here to kind of transition that into just a different vibration so you can actually love yourself again. So we're going to talk about the mental, and just know, looking around, the computer, your phone, the building, everything starts with a thought. And when I was sick and diseased, my thoughts were all over the place. It was in this lower area here with the red, the monkey mind, constantly talk. Even though I meditated, I was still talk in my head. And it was just a horrible place to be. It was not peaceful. And eventually I worked my way up, so that way I had no thoughts and there was quietness. So I invite you to kind of look at this chart and even take a screenshot of it, because having this posted around my house, it really made me think a lot differently. And when I was sick and diseased, I had very non-loving thoughts. I had a very busy mind, like I said earlier, and I was always ruminating. Whatever happened at work, I'm driving home ruminating, not on the celebrations, not on the success of my experiments and how good everything was. I was focused on, oh, she did this to me, said this to me, and this happened, and ruminating. No wonder I was so sick. And also, this makes your mind into a sympathetic state where you're in that fight, flight, or freeze. And if you're in that position, that mode for a long period of time, that is a perfect breeding ground for disease and disharmony. So I invite you to kind of be aware of that, because that's where the transition starts, with the awareness. So the next slide, okay, here we go, is emotional. And the emotional, this is basically the map of consciousness, which was used earlier, and Leslie's talked about this too with Dr. Hawkins, and it's the map of consciousness. And what I realized when I first saw this chart is I lived in the red, in fear, in guilt, in shame. I thought that was normal. That is by far not normal. Again, a breeding ground for disease, disharmony, just not goodness at all. So I invite you to kind of look at where you're at. And here's a tip for you, because I just think it's so easy to do. Gratitude is the fastest way to get up there with the love and joy and peace. And all you have to do is think of 3 things that you're grateful for. When I was sick in bed, I often thought, oh, this is years ago, of course. Oh, I hate my body. I just can't stand to open up my eyes to go to work and be with a brain fog and confusion and frustration. Ugh. I quickly realized that physically that was bringing me pain. And it was the day that I said, you know what? Every day in every way, I'm getting better and better and better. Even though I wasn't that way in the beginning, I became that person. I became that healthier, happier person. And I'm here as a testimony, as a beacon of light, that this is possible. Choosing your words and also your thoughts as well as your emotions. Now, all you have to do is think of it in the morning, because it bookmarks your day. And right before you go to bed, think of 3 things and have it different, because that really changes your mind quite a bit. It makes you look out during the day for the magical moments, for the gratitude that you may have. And it was simple too. When laying in bed, I'm like, I love my bed. My bed is so comfortable. My house, I love my house. It's a beautiful house. My car, my little Fiat, driving to work in my little convertible, so much fun. It can be as simple as that, and that actually raises your vibration. So just know that just a little shift in your thinking is really where the magic will happen. And then finally, the physical body. I was mostly in this achy, heavy pain body constantly. I would wake up with new pains. One day's on my foot, the next day's on my neck, the next day's on my hand. I'm like, what is going on? So when I got into understanding about the mental, emotional, and physical bodies, I realized, wow, they really need to be in coherence and up-leveling the vibration. So just know that this meat suit, as some people say, this vessel of yours, isn't just a container. And you really have to be aware of what you're putting into your body. Sleep is so important. Sleep is where you heal the body. The nutrients, I don't say food, I say nutrients, because in the store, you can go to the store and get a package of food in a box or a bag. There's no life force in that. There's no energy in that. It's processed. So knock that out. You'd be amazing if you start eating food that saw the sun, including legumes and nuts and seeds. That's when you're out of that physical heavy body and you start going into this lightness of this body. Even my posture changed. I would walk and I was all hunched over and just walked really slow. This is after I quit my job because I couldn't stand going to work anymore. I was so physically exhausted. Now I walk around like a ballerina, head up high, posture back. It feels right. Slumped over doesn't feel good anymore. So it's so important to know these few little things, and also what you're cooking. If you're cooking food in Teflon or using the microwave, you're taking all that energy from the food and it's gone. So being aware of this, movement, sitting at a computer for a long period of time, no more. I don't even watch TV anymore because it doesn't serve my body. So always ask the question, does this serve me? Because when you start asking those questions, then the whole awareness opens up and come from a point of curiosity. Because if you do, you can really change your perspective. And that's what it's all about. Being around other people telling my story really helps transition them to think, oh, well, if she can do it, why can't I? I ask you, why can't you? Because it's not easy. It's simple. Simple little things. To be 2% better than you were the day before, that's the only competition that you need in this life here. And we are meant to be joyful, happy, and free. And in that parasympathetic mode most of the day, 95% of the day, not 5% of the day. So I hope these tips and this experience that I've given you here, that you can really take some good information and just try it. And also come back to this event and listen to it again, because every time you listen to it, you are in a different frequency, and that frequency will be lifted every time because of the information that you have.